Hey guys, we are live in the webinar and I'm hoping we'll have a few people pop on. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get started because many of you, I hope, will be able to watch the replay. And I want to get to you my top 10 tips. We're talking about back to basics. We're talking about how to start your business, how to restart your business, or how to get yourself unstuck if you are feeling a little bit like you're not going anywhere, right? We've all felt that way. If you've been in this business any length of time, you have felt a little bit stuck from time to time. And so hopefully these 10 tips will help you get unstuck, or it will help you refresh and get started again. Or if you're brand new, and I know we have a ton of brand new consultants, it will help you guys launch your business very, very strong and successfully. I'm going to adjust my lighting just a little bit. It's a bit bright. Oh. Okay, so I have, like I said, I have 10 tips to kick off your business. They're back to basics. And I think they're super, super important. And I think when people find themselves not moving and not feeling successful in this business, these are the things that they have either stopped doing or are not doing well. And so if you can focus on these 10 things, everything else will come. Everything else will happen. It will all come together. But these are so, so important. Okay, so we're getting ready to start with a number one. I just want to see if anybody has popped on. Before I start, we do have so this is all new for me. We have a chat, so feel free to chat, say hi, let us know you're here. But there's also at the bottom, there should be questions. So feel free at any time to type your questions and I will answer those. Hey, Deborah, you made it. So the chat is great for just interacting and socializing during the webinar. And down below, you should see a section for questions. So if at any time you have a question, please post it there so I can find it and I will answer it when it's appropriate. So if it fits in with what I'm talking about, then I'll answer it. If not, if I know that I'm going to cover it later, then I will see it there and we'll be able to address all of your questions. It looks like we have 2 people. That's awesome. Who else is here? Use the chat. Let us know you're here. Say hi. I would love for you too to chat and let us know maybe how long you've been a consultant. Perhaps you could let us know where you live so we can see. My puppies are hiding under my feet. So don't be shy. Make sure you say hi. All right. So I'm going to tell you my top 10 tips for kicking off your business, refreshing, restarting, or just getting out of a rut. Number 1, are you ready for this? Tip number 1 is probably the most powerful and most important. Terry Levi once told me that there are 3 things that you have to believe in to be successful in this business. And if you do not believe in all 3 of them wholeheartedly, then you probably are not going to be all that successful. So, number 1, you have to believe in your product. And I think that's the easiest thing for us to believe in because our Scentsy products are amazing and they are beautiful and they are artistic and they are fabulous and they smell amazing and they work so great. So believing in our products tends to be one of the easiest things. And I don't think too many of us have a problem with that. So number 1, you've got to believe in your product. Number 2, you have to believe in your company. So Scentsy as a company, if you do not know the Scentsy story and have not listened to Orville and Heidi speak, if you do not understand and truly believe how much that they at corporate office care about us and our success and that they are in it for us and not for themselves, that they are 100% all in to help us be successful, that this company will be around for years and years and years and years, and that they are doing everything they can, and every decision that they make is to support us and help us be successful. If you do not believe that, then you have got to do some research, talk to some people, watch some videos of them speaking directly to you, talk to people that have been around a very long time or know them personally, and that is an easy thing to do if you need to do it. So do not be shy, but you have got to believe in Scentsy as a company and understand that they are 100% do everything that they do to help us be successful. Sometimes it's hard when they make changes or decisions to change certain things, sometimes it's hard for us to understand, but you have to trust that they see the bigger picture. They see what is going on all over the world, and they can follow trends and compare data that we do not have access to. They know what's coming down the pike, right? And they're going to make adjustments and changes and decisions based on all of that information, which we don't always have. So we have got to trust that they have our best interests at heart and that they are going to do what we need them to do. All right. So you have to trust in your product and you have to trust in your company, Scentsy. And again, you've got to know the Scentsy story, how it got started, how it got from where it was to where it is today, how it started with an idea and how it has now moved to this huge global company that we are so excited to be a part of. You've got to know that story, understand it, where and how it all happened. You have to also believe in the direct sale model. Your business is a direct sale business. And if you do not understand and believe in the direct sale model as a profitable, legitimate business opportunity thing, then you probably will not be as successful as you could be. The direct sale model has been around forever. Long time. If you think way back in the day, I mean, they used to sell everything door to door, right? The door to door salesman, the Avon lady, the vacuum salesman, the insurance guys, they come door to door. They still do that. When we first bought this house, the security alarm guys came to the door like 4 times trying to sell me security guard stuff. That's direct sales, you guys. It is product to customer directly, right? Not in a store, not in a retail setting. It's just straight from the company to the customer. And that's what we do. And you've got to understand that that is a powerful sales model that has been around and been tested over time for years and years and years and years and years. It is also a huge industry. Billions of dollars are spent on direct sale products every year in our country, in the world. Billions of dollars. People purchase from direct sale companies all the time. They join direct sale companies all the time. Whether they get them from you or not, that's up to you, right? But people are shopping direct sale models. They are joining direct sale companies. The direct sale model has been around forever, and it is making tons and tons and tons of cash. And you are part of that. And so you've got to believe that it is a legitimate, profitable business model that you can be successful at. So the number one thing, back to basics, kicking off your business, is to believe in your products, your company, and the direct sale model as a sales model, as a business model. You do believe in those 3 things, the rest is going to come, right? That's number one. But if you do not believe those 3 things, then you've got a problem right out of the gate. Okay? So make sure you believe and understand about all of that. Deborah, I totally will get to your question. Don't even worry about it. I know it's there. Thank you, by the way, for putting it in there. All right, number 2. Basic number 2, you've got to know why you're doing this business. What is the purpose? What's your reason? And whatever you call it, whether it's your why or your reason or your goals or your whatever you want to call it, what is the reason you're doing this business? What are you hoping to get out of your business in the future, whether that be a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever the future is for you? What defines success for you in this business? If you do what, you will feel successful. What are you hoping to get out of it? Is it money? It may not even be money. A lot of people do this business not for money, and they are successful because what they expect and what they want from the business is something completely different, and they get that, and so that they are successful. But if it's cash, how much is it? How much money is it that you need to make? And is that before expenses or after? I forget that. It's tricky. But why are you doing this business? How are you going to define success? How are you going to be able to look back and say, oh, that was a successful business for me. I really got what I needed out of that business. What is it that you need, right? You've got to know and understand that. Because there will be days you don't feel like working this business. You don't feel like doing it. And you cannot look back and say, I wasn't successful. You can't say it didn't work. No, it didn't work because you didn't work the business. Um, and if there's something you need out of it, then you got to do the things that you got to do to get that thing that you need out of your business. Does that make sense? Deborah, does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Um, so you got to know your why. You got to know your reason. You got to know what you want, right? Ultimately from your business. Number 3, once you know why you need to do this business, you've got to understand that in order to be successful at this type of a business, you have to grow yourself. You have to grow into your business. You've got to grow into that role of CEO. You've got to grow into the role that you want to be within your business. You've got to learn how to be more confident. You got to learn how to talk to people. You got to learn how to network. You might have to learn about social media. You might have to learn about marketing. You might have to learn about all sorts of different things. So you've got to come into this business with a growth mindset. And if you've not heard that word before, it just means your willingness to learn. We all have so much to learn and so much to grow in ourselves. And the people that work on themselves and do personal development and self-development and really try to learn and make themselves better and more confident as a person, those are the people that are successful in this business. And if you're not doing anything in terms of self-development and learning about yourself and how you work and what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are, and then trying to improve your weaknesses or to really double down on your strengths, like how do I do that? If I'm good at something, how do I do more of it? If you're not willing to do that and really grow and learn about yourself, then being successful in this business will be harder. And so think about that. What's the last time I did some personal development? When's the last time I watched a video that taught me something about myself and about how I do things, how I can do things more effectively, right? When's the last time that I learned about my personality, or maybe that I tried to build my self-confidence or learned about how to have conversations with people? Like, when's the last time I learned something like that? And perhaps it's time to invest in some of those skills and some of that knowledge, whether it be books, videos. You could interview people and ask questions, people that you admire, people that do the things that you want to do well. Ask to talk to them. See if they'll schedule a few minutes with you. But personal development is super, super important. And having that growth mindset and understanding and being willing to learn and grow, that is going to help you be successful in this business. All right, so that's 3. And we haven't even done any selling yet. But they're super, super important. So believing in your products and in your company and the direct sale model, knowing why you're doing this business and making sure that you are willing and understand that you have to grow and develop yourself. If you do not have those things, it's going to be very, very hard to make any grounds in your business. And if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling really stuck, like business is not moving, then those 3 things are probably one of your root causes and that you should take a look at very first thing. All right, number 4, you ready? Let's get to it. Number 4 is experiences sell. Now, I know a lot of people, when they talk about Scentsy, they say the scent, it's the scent that smells. It's not, it could be the scent, but really it's about the experience. And the experience is what sells. Experiencing, sniffing something that makes you feel good and makes you smile, yeah. But how do you get them to sniff it, right? So the more engaging that experience can be, the more powerful it will be. So obviously, a home party, we get to try products, touch products, smell all the scents. That's going to be very engaging, right? And so those experiences are going to get you more sales than if you just hand somebody a little sample and let them sniff your little Ziploc baggie of pre-melted wax who's lost half of its scent. So that home party experience where they're touching and sniffing and trying things, it's going to be way more engaging, and therefore those experiences are going to be more powerful. It's going to make you more money, more sales. Now, doesn't mean the other one won't, but it's quick. It's definitely not as engaging. So think about that. How can I create and provide experiences with my products in lots of different ways in lots of different people. And the more experiences you create and offer to people, the more sales you will have. And that's bottom line. So those of you that are struggling with sales and saying, I can't get an order, nobody wants to buy anything, it's because you're not giving them enough experiences. You're not letting them experience fully what you have to offer. And so they've made a decision without experiencing your product. There's a lot of products out there in the stores that I have not purchased. I've never experienced them. Why would I pick them up? Right? But if I have an experience with something and it's amazing, if somebody lets me borrow something or try something at their house and I'm like, this is amazing, they're like, I know, go buy one. I'm like, okay. So you've got to help people experience. There are many, many stories of early consultants way before social media, right? They didn't have any choice. They had to bring products to people. They could not just show them online. And it's really kind of a detriment to our business because our experiences involve the senses. The sense of smell is so, so important to our business. And when you do it online, you can't, that experience is gone, right? So you've got to enhance it in other ways. But there are so many early consultants that tell stories about dropping off a warmer. They talk about why they joined Scentsy. Well, because my neighbor brought me a warmer and I tried it for a couple of days and I loved it, so I joined. Like, that's it. They had to experience it fully. A full-size warmer, nice strong scent of wax, filling their home, and they were sold. They're hooked, right? And like, guys, that's all it takes. I have very rarely let someone borrow a warmer that they gave back to me. They're like, I'm keeping this, just so you know, and I just need more wax. I've given gifts. We gave my son's baseball coaches, they're both on the police force. And so as a end of season gift, thank you gift, I gave them each the police warmers. 2 days later, she messaged me and says, I'm going to need some more wax because these are kind of amazing. Rarely have I let someone use a full-size warmer that they did not then fall in love with and continue to do business with me. So it's because it's a great experience. It's how most of us fell in love with the product, a big warmer and some wax. So you've got to find ways to give the people those experiences. I have a ton of warmers if you have warmers on your shelf for any reason, they are not making you any money sitting on your shelf and they're probably collecting dust. And if I'm right, comment in the chat, let me know. Do you have warmers? Who's got warmers on their shelf that's collecting dust? You got to let me know. So if those warmers are just sitting there and they have been there any length of time, they're not making you any money. Especially if they've already been discontinued. Hello, they're discontinued. Use them to find new customers and create experiences for people that will then purchase from you and give you more sales. Loan them out. Use them as demos. Let people borrow them. Put them in a borrow bag, right? Put the discontinued warmer sitting on your shelf. They're not making you any money. Put them in a bag with a few bars of wax or a few cubes of wax. Don't have to give people full bars. Cubes of wax and hand it. Hey, will you test this product out for me? Will you try this out? Absolutely. Let people borrow your warmers. Take them to businesses. Take them to offices. If you have doctor's appointments or you have dentist appointments, take it with you and offer it to the receptionist. Hey, would you guys like to plug this in your office for a couple of days and try it out? I'll be back. Pick it up on day, whatever. I know many of you can't sell at work, but is it a workplace where they might enjoy a nice fresh scent that you could plug it in a teacher's or in a break room or something and make the place smell good? You're not asking for sales. You're not doing anything. Just let people experience. Trust me that if they love it, they will contact you outside of work and they will find you. It's just going to happen. So you're not selling, but you're just making your experience at work a little more pleasant. So for a lot of you, that's a possibility. If you can't plug in a warmer, our Scentsy Go's are an amazing opportunity for you to have just at your desk, your own personal scent. When people come chat with you at the office, they're going to smell it and they're going to want one, right? Because they're going to have that experience with you of it smelling good. Sampling products other than wax is important too. If you have customers already who use warmers and wax, allowing them to experience the other products as well is super important. Why is this like the focus keeps going in and out? I can find just the right. Oh, it's driving me nuts. I don't know why it's doing that. Um, so if you can find ways for your current customers to experience other products, whether it be sampling or I've got some half used bottles. When people come to my house, I'm like, here, take it. Like if my laundry is almost gone and I've got somebody come over and we're starting to talk about Scentsy and I know they love Scentsy, I'll be like, here, take this laundry liquid and here's a few scoops of whiffs and half a jar of disc. Try it out. Do your laundry this weekend. Let me know what you think. Let them have the products and let them experience it. If my counter clean is halfway done, or if I've got just a little swoosh of perfect cleaner left or some Scentsy Fresh, I'm gonna hand that bottle to somebody. I'm gonna let them finish it off and fall in love and need to order some more. So experiences equal sales. And if you don't have enough sales, then you got to find ways to help people experience more product and have more experiences, or maybe you need to help them have better experiences, right? So that's up to you. All right. Number five. Just making sure we're good. Okay. Number 5 is to make money before you spend it. So when you start this business, or if you've been around for a while and you're feeling a little stuck and your inventory is starting to grow, you've got to remind yourself, Orville tells us this all the time. I've heard him say it more than once. Scentsy money is for your family, but your family's money is not for Scentsy. If you want to buy Scentsy products for yourself, go sell some products, go book a party, go have a snip and sniff, go help people have some experiences and buy from you and use your commission to buy your Scentsy products. But do not spend all your family's money on your Scentsy business. It's just not fair and it's not going to be sustainable long term. You're not going to grow fully if your family's going into debt. Everybody will be grumpy about your business, including yourself, because you will feel that stress and that energy will wear you down and things will not go well. So make money before you spend it. Now the Scentsy Family Store is super, super fun and there's a ton of cool stuff in there. And I know they are making better and better and more things all the time. And American Hero is selling Scentsy clothes again, and Scentsy shirts are so much fun to order and so much fun to have, and Scentsy bags and Scentsy things. It's so fun to brand yourself. I need it. I must brand myself. No. Do you really need it, or do you just kind of want it because it's fun? And it does make things a little easier, but is it necessary for your business? Is it necessary for you to make money in your business? Are you going to have any less sales tomorrow if you don't buy the things, right? Now, if you have made money in your Scentsy business and you want to go buy all the stuff, then by all means, go have fun. But if you are not making money in Scentsy and you're starting to buy stuff with your family's money, then you're not doing business right. Okay? So make sure you are making the money. And that's motivation, you guys. That is the kick in the butt that maybe you need to go do some stuff so that you can buy the things that you want. Make yourself a wish list and be like, these are the things I want. This is how much money I need to make. So this is how many sales I need to go find. And do that for yourself. So make your money before you spend it. Keep your business profitable. You've got to track. You've got to track how much commission are you making and how much are you spending on things, whether it be product or supplies or branding or whatever. What are you buying and what are you spending and what are you taking in? You've got to track those things. It's called profit and loss. It's called track your expenses, financial reports for your business. You've got to be profitable or you're not going to be happy and you're not going to grow long term. If you don't care about being profitable and you just join Scentsy to kind of get some discounted stuff, then whatever, that's your business. But if you're looking to make a profit, you got to hang on to your cash. Okay, number 6. We are moving right along and we're just about on track. Number 6 is all about you've got to open your business. And this one will sneak up on you because there's a lot of people, and it really kind of goes back to number 1. If you do not believe in your company and believe in your products and believe in this direct sale model, then you're going to be real quiet and shy about letting people know you have a business. You're going to be very hesitant to say, I sell Scentsy. I'm a Scentsy consultant. If you're embarrassed to say that, then you got to go back to number 1 and number 2 and number 3. You got to go back to making sure that you totally believe in these products and that they're amazing. And if they're amazing, you can tell people about them. If you go to a restaurant or see an amazing movie, you tell people. If you use an amazing product, you tell people, right? If you have an amazing experience, you tell people. So what's the difference in telling people about the products that you sell? They're still an amazing product. So go tell people. If you're not believing in our company, and if you're not believing in the direct sale model as a legitimate business, and you don't know why you're doing this, so you have no motivation, and you're not really trying to work on yourself and your confidence, you're going to struggle. But you've got to open your business for business if you want to make money and you want to grow. You've got to not be afraid to tell people that you have a business and that you're the CEO, that you are the business owner, that you are an entrepreneur, that you have this Scentsy thing that is so much fun to do, and that these products are amazing and they should try them. You've got to not be afraid to say that all the time, like to everybody. If you have people in your life that don't know you have a Scentsy business, you've not done your job. You've not opened your business for business. I got so mad at Dave early on. This was many years ago, in the first few years of my business. And he was graduating from USM, University of Southern Maine. And he was invited out to dinner with a bunch of the people in his major. They had a club that they were doing this. And so we went to dinner, and they all asked me, what did I do for work? So, honey, how do the people that you go to school with every single day not know that I have a Scentsy business? That's like, hello. But he just didn't think to do that. So all the people in your life should know you have a business. Now, it doesn't mean you have to ask them for sales. It does not mean you have to ask them all for parties or to join your team. Some of them, if they're interested, then yes, you'll have that conversation. But even if they don't buy from you or do business with you, they should know you have a business. That's your job, is to let people know what you have to offer. It's their job to decide whether they want to know more or not and do business with you. But your job is to make sure that they know you have something to offer. Okay, so make sure you open your business. It also means you have a great launch. It means you are informing your customers along the way when we have limited time offers or new promotions or specials, making sure people know what you have. That's super important. All right, number 7, moving right along. Customer service counts. It does. Many people tell me like, oh, well, I don't want to join Scentsy because there's so many consultants in our area. I know like 4 different consultants. So what? Just because there may be 10 consultants in your neighborhood, and it does not matter, because the one that provides the best customer service is the one that's going to get the business. And so you have got to decide that you are going to provide the best customer service, and then your customers will be loyal. So if you are providing really great customer service, your customers are going to be loyal forever, and they're going to keep coming back to you. And it won't matter how many consultants they know, they will order from the one that gets them their order the quickest, that makes the process, the ordering process and the delivery process, the simplest. They will order from the one who makes sure that they have all the information, right? If I meet a person out and about and I ask them if they have a consultant, because I'm not here to take customers for anybody, but they say, oh, yes, I have a consultant. I'm like, great. Did they show you the new catalog that came out 2 months ago? No, I haven't seen it. Come on now, right? Have you sniffed the new scent of the month? Have they given you a sample yet? Well, no. What is it? They don't even know the scent of the month, and the month's almost over. Hello. Their customer's not doing a good job. Okay, so if you have customers, they should know what the scent of the month is, and most of them should have smelled it. And if they haven't, then you're not providing good customer service, because good customer service is going to make sure your customers know what's going on. They have all the information, and then they get to decide whether or not they want to buy, host, or join from you, right? But they are informed customers, they're taken care of, and when they're ready to order, the process is simple. Their products come in quickly, and you get them out and delivered, and they're beautiful and fun to receive. Now, that doesn't mean you have to spend a ton of money on packaging. Quick, simple, clear bag. I still have clear bags from Scentsy. They're super cheap, $1 for 10, I think, so 10 cents a bag, and some curling ribbon. That is all I do. And then I put a postcard, a thank you postcard on there that says thank you for your order. And I write a little thank you on the back sometimes. That's it. It doesn't have to be outrageous or expensive or elaborate or crazy, but just enough so that they know you cared about putting their package together and getting it to them, and that they feel special when they receive it. That's all that matters. So if you do that and you do it quickly and they don't have to wait and they're not wondering when their products are coming in, so you communicate effectively and regularly and they know what's there to offer. And so when they're ready, they can find you and do that quickly. That makes good customer service. And that will count every time. Doesn't matter how many consultants are in your neighborhood. That's what matters. All right, number 8. Number 8 is always show up. Always, 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 always show up. So I have had story after story after story about showing up. If I book a party, so this is a perfect example. If you book a party and you get to be, I always check in a day or two before it starts, right? And to see how many people are coming. And the hostess will say, well, I don't think anybody's coming. Maybe we should cancel. No, we're not canceling. Never cancel unless something is really, really, there's a reason you should cancel and it's really obvious. But I never cancel. I don't care how many people she thinks is not showing up. We're having the party. Worst case scenario, her and I are going to have a sit and sniff, and we're going to sniff all the testers together. We're going to have a great conversation, and she's going to have a list of scents that she loves that she can then go brag about to all her friends. She may order for herself. She may have outside orders by the time the party hits. She may have online orders. We may decide to keep the party open for a week, and all those people who couldn't show up will just give her orders, and she will collect them. Or there might be 5 people that show up that she didn't think was coming. That has happened before, more than once. She didn't think anybody was coming, and all of a sudden 5 people are walking in at the party, and it's an amazing party over $600. So never cancel. Always show up unless there's really, really extenuating circumstances. Always show up. Jenna Odette has a story on her, I think it's on her YouTube channel, about her $8 party. So if you ever want to listen to her tell the $8 party, it's really where Melanie Hull comes from, which is where all of us come from. And she talks about going to this hostess, and she had one order for $8 for a room spray, and that was it. It's the only order for the whole party. But the host joined. So even though it was a horrible, crappy party and nobody came and you had $8 in sales, she joined. She got a new recruit, and that recruit led to Melanie Hall and the rest of us. So you never know what might happen. You never know who you might meet. So always show up. When my kid gets invited to a birthday party, unless there is something crazy going down that I cannot make it, we're going to that birthday party and we are going to show up. We were invited. We're going to show up. I have been invited to housewarming parties that I really did not feel like going to. I was exhausted from the week. I didn't know anybody going to the party, but I was invited. And my rule is always show up, because you never know who you might meet at those parties. There will be other people there. And if you don't know them, that's even better, because you're going to say hi. You're going to start chit chat. And every now and then somebody's going to connect, and you're going to have a really fun conversation, and they're going to ask what you do. And you're going to be able to tell them that you are a Scentsy consultant, you have your own business, and that you smell smelly good stuff. And they're going to want to know more. And they're going to want to know, do you have samples? And now you're going to offer them an experience, and they're going to want to either buy, host, or join you. So always show up. If you get an invitation to an event, show up. If you have a party and your hostess wants to cancel, don't let her. Show up. Always show up. The other place that this comes in is at Scentsy events and meetings. Connection is so powerful in this business. And so if there is a team meeting or there's a training or there's a webinar or there's an event like World Tour, Scentsy Family Reunion, an in-person meeting of any kind, connection is so powerful and will move you 10 paces faster in this business than trying to do it on your own. And if you have even a little bit of possibility of getting to those events, show up. Always show up. I don't care how tired you are or if it's a little bit of a drive. If you can get there, you should get there because it will move you in your business. I promise. Every time. All right, number 9 is use your resources. And this is a great segue because some of your resources come in the form of events and meetings. Those are resources. They're resources because they are full of information and training. They're full of inspiration and motivation and stories of other consultants that have been successful that you can learn from or share with other people. They are full of free giveaways and prizes and products 9 times out of 10. And those resources can move you faster than anything else. So use resources when they're available, but there's lots of other resources too. So your workstation has a training center and there's a ton of videos on there, you guys. If you need to know something about your workstation, there's a video. If you need to know something about selling, there's a video. If you need to know about booking parties or how to play games at parties or different theme parties or how to sell at holidays or how to sell limited time offers or how to recruit or how to train your team members, how to be a leader, how to organize your business or keep track of expense, like there's a video on the training center for everything. And that's just one resource. Scentsy does those training calls every single Tuesday. There's a live call. You can register and then watch the replays. You can then check the training center for them to be uploaded. They're there all the time. You also have resources in meetings. If you can't show up live, we have Team Talk Tuesday. We have Jen Audette's meeting once a month. She broadcasts live on Facebook. Becca Levi does a Saturday morning call every Saturday morning. If you need that information, we can get it for you. But if you search our Facebook group, I'm sure you can find it. I do Jammy Time now, the first Saturday morning of every month. You're welcome to join me in your jammies. YouTube is your friend, you guys. YouTube is your friend. If you go on YouTube and you Google whatever it is you want to know about Scentsy and the word Scentsy, you will have a plethora of videos training you on how to do all of those things. So use your resources. Google images. I see people post on Facebook all the time. Does anybody have a picture of this or a picture of that? First of all, the marketing tab on your workstation is full of all the pictures. Secondly, Google image search. So do Google, and again, search for whatever warmer or product or whatever it is you're looking for, and then Scentsy. And there will be a plethora of images that you can choose from on Google Image. They're all right there. You don't need access to the workstation as long as you have Google. And if you're posting on Facebook, you have access to Google. So use those resources. We also have our team pages, and there are tons of people in our team page all the time. Don't be afraid to post questions, post ideas to get feedback. If you're feeling a little stuck and you just need help brainstorming, post that and people will brainstorm with you and help you with ideas. It's a great resource, and there's a ton of files uploaded in our group pages. You just click on files. There's a ton of different files. You click on videos. All the past videos that have been uploaded are in there. Just so many different things for you to access. So there's really no shortage of information for you to grow your business in any direction that you want to grow it. Number 10. Number 10 is the most important one. I know I said that about number 1, 2, and 3, but 10 is really the most important. You gotta have fun. This business it has to be fun, or you won't want to do it anymore. Energy attracts energy. And if your energy is fun and having a good time and you are excited and you are just enjoying yourself all day long doing all the things, Scentsy, that energy will attract other people. And the second you stop having fun and make it business, and work, then people will not be attracted to that. People don't want to work. They don't want to hang out with somebody who is working. They want to have fun. They want to party. They want to have a good time. It's got to be fun and happy. And so if your energy is fun and happy, people will be attracted to that. So make sure you're having fun. And if you're not, then you need to do some changes. You need to do some of that personal development work, or you need to get on the Facebook group page and say, help me, I'm not having fun. What can I do? And we will give you some ideas. Show up to an event, show up to a meeting, watch a video, something to change your headspace and have fun again. Book a party. Home parties are fun. And if you have a home party, you'll remember how much fun this business is. If you go to Sensi Family Reunion, there's no doubt it is fun. World Tour, there's no doubt it is fun. We have a good time. In-person meetings in our group are so fun, right? So, but you got to show up. So those are my 10 things. Those are basics. Those are the back to basics, bare bones of this business. You want to be successful, you got to have those 10 things. And I promise if you're feeling stuck or you're not having momentum or you're not moving forward and growing the way you want, go back to these 10 things and check yourself. Be honest, be really, truly truthful with yourself. Have I addressed or grown or really taken advantage of these 10 different areas? And I think that if you do, you'll start to see some progress in your business. I want to make sure I answer Deborah's question. She says, how do people manage to work 40 hours a week and manage to get the word out to get customers? So here's the thing. You don't have to talk to all the people. You have to learn to work smarter, not harder, right? If you want to really leverage and grow, you have to let other people do the work for you. So if you think about a movie, a really, really good movie, you go watch a movie and you tell your friend, oh my God, this was such a great movie. What are they going to do? They're going to go watch it. And then what are they going to do? They're going to tell their friends. And then they're going to tell their friends. And they're going to tell their friends. That's network marketing, right? It's not you telling each of the people. That would take forever. And you can only tell so many people in a day, in a week, in a year. But if you get other people to tell people, right? If you give really great experiences and customer service to the few people that you interact with on a regular basis, they will then bring people to you. They will tell their friends and bring them to you. Growth in this business comes when you take advantage of that leverage, of that networking. Network marketing means you use people's network to grow your business. You don't have to have the network yourself. You use the people that you know's network. Home parties are another great thing. If you can do one home party, you're going to talk to 5 people at once, 10 people at once, instead of just one person at a time. That's going to get the word out to a lot more people a lot faster. And if I'm having a home party, I'm going to get a booking from that home party. And so now I'm going to talk to that person's friends, and she's going to introduce me to 5 or 10 new people. That's the power of network marketing. That's how you leverage this business. The other thing I have to say about working a 40-hour week, when you're getting out of house and going to work, you are interacting with way more people than someone who is home all day. And I can tell you that when I started this business, I was a teacher and I was working plenty of hours a week. And then when I had Christopher, I was about a year in, and I decided to quit my teaching job and do Sensi full time. And my sales took a hit. And I can tell you it is because I didn't see anybody anymore. I didn't interact with people anymore. When I was going to work every day, I was interacting with people because I was out of my house. And even if you're not selling at work, you're still interacting with people. Those people, even though you don't sell to them, they are aware that you have a business, right? And if possible, you are helping them experience products because you're using them at work, perhaps. I'm wearing my perfume. I've lathered on my lotion. I've got my little Sensi Go, or I've plugged in a warmer in the teacher's room. I'm not selling to anybody. Nobody says you can't use your products at work. I'm sorry. I've people all the time, oh, I can't do business at work. Don't, but you can use your products. You can lather on some lotion and Rub that perfume all over yourself before you walk in the door. You can use your Scentsy Go. You can have a little travel tin in your purse. You have samples in your wallet and you've got to pay for snacks at the vending machine and you pull out your smelly money to buy your soda from the vending machine. People will smell it and they can be like, what is that? You're not selling, but they are aware that you have a business. In addition to that, every now and then, if you're driving to work every day, you've got to go to the gas station. You might stop on your way home to get groceries. You might stop and do errands at lunchtime, go to the bank, or stop by Walmart. You still go to Walmart. If you live in Maine, you still go to Walmart. If you live in Florida, you go to Target. You still do errands in your life. You're still interacting with people in your life. I don't care if you work a 40-hour work week. You still have a ton of hours left. Let me tell you, and this is actually a perfect segue. So this is your little bonus, right? You have 168 hours in a week, every single person. So I don't want you to think about a 24-hour day anymore, because when you work a full day and you sleep and you eat and you do all the things, there's very little time left. And we all feel completely like worn out. But if you think about it a week at a time, you have 168 hours in your week. If you sleep 8 hours a day, right? That's what, 56 of those hours? You still have 112. And if you work a 40-hour work week, you still have 72 hours to allocate. You choose what you're going to do with those 72 hours. Okay, so you've slept 8 hours every night, which you know you don't do. 8 hours every night you slept. 40 hours every week you've worked. Let's make it 50. Just round it up. Commute, all that kind of stuff. Let's just say 50. Maybe you work some overtime. It's really tough. You have to commute. There's nobody in you're in your car a lot. So that still leaves 62 hours. Maybe you spend 10 of them. I'll even give you 20 to cook and eat food. 20 hours a week to cook. That's a lot of hours, y'all. Y'all eating some food. Cook and eat food. Maybe you do, a little cleanup and whatnot. That's still 40 hours a week that you have of time that you get to choose what you do with it. So I'm thinking you could spare a couple to contact some people. You could spare a couple to go meet with some people. Tell them about your business. Take them a warmer to try out. You've got 40 hours after you've slept, worked, eaten, cleaned up, done all the things you need to do. You still have 40 hours that you get to allocate. And if you're feeling like you don't have 40 hours, then you're spending it doing something. So you need to figure out what that is. That's what I'm saying. Now, I just so happen to have a course for you. It is called Finding Time. How do I find time? And so it is for those people who feel like I don't have any time left. I don't have time to work this business. I work full time. I'm busy. I do all the things. You have time. You have more time than you think. And so I will put a link to the courses. But because you guys are my Scentsy peeps, when you check out, some of them have prices. When you check out, use a coupon code Scentsy, and it will allow you to purchase it for free. So you will get all the courses on my site for free. You just use the coupon code Scentsy, and you won't have to pay for them. Because you have more time than you think, and you do have plenty of time to work this business. I don't care if you work 50 hours a week and you entertain for 20 and you sleep a full 8 hours every night, you still have like 40 hours a week to do business. It's a mindset. It's about figuring out what you're doing with all those minutes that you think you don't have, because there's plenty of them. All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys all for, I'm going to do this. I should have done it different. Oh, well. Thank you guys all for joining me or watching the replay, if that's what you're doing. I hope you have put in the chat that you watched the replay. I would love to hear what ahas you had, what did you learn, what had you not thought about before. Um, I will put the link to my courses and make sure you use the coupon code Scentsy to get them for free. And yeah, let me know what you think. And perhaps I'll be back with another webinar. And I kind of like the software. I got to figure out the focus thing. I'm kind of liking it. So I hope you guys like this format too. That's it. I hope you have a great night. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.